Hey everybody, it's Dr. Sasheen. I am stuck in the car because it is raining. So it is Dr. Sasheen. For those of you who know me, or don't know me, I'm also the Metaphysical Goddess. That is the name of one of my companies. And today's short missive from the world of energetic coaching is, sorry, I do not own the rights to this song as Anita Baker starts to play in the background, is about the idea of procrastination, because it's big on everybody's mind these days. In fact, several of the people that I tend to follow regularly are talking about our tendency to procrastinate. So the title of this particular video, short missive, as I said, is, hang on a second, turn that off, is to wonder while you wander. And what that means basically is, it's easy to get caught up in our heads about decisions that we need to make. And it's easy to really get super focused on sketching out all the details and trying to think about all the possibilities and try to see all the possible permutations and all the possible doors that might open, and still be standing where you are 5 years later, or even 10 years or 15 years later, instead of making the commitment to just start wandering down the path that you want to go and wonder about what's going to happen as you're walking. So I like to talk about moving meditations. Sometimes people think, I can't meditate because I can't sit still very long. Well, you can move and meditate at the same time. Move your body so that you get the feeling that you are on the move. At the same time, you can still your mind and calm your spirit so that you can get clarity and focus. And that's really what it means to wander while you wander, is allow your body, allow the energy of the physical body to move you, physically in the direction that you want to go in, and then allow your mind to wonder about how you're going to get there. The universe will speak into you the steps that you need to take, or the possible steps that you could take as you're walking. But what we don't want to do, and what happens too often, is we sit and we sketch it out, and we make plan, and we put our chapters on, I've got this piece of paper, I'm going to just, I'm going to write out everything, and this is what I'm going to do, and here's how much money I want to make, the kind of relationship I want to have, where I want to live, and then we just think about it. We don't actually do the wandering part, we just do the wondering part. And the wondering is wonderful because visualization is super important. And for those of you who think visualization is a poo-poo experience, I always like to say, it's kind of a morbid example, but someone had to visualize the atomic bomb. Someone had to visualize you could split the atom before it became a thing. Everything is created twice, once in the mind of someone and once in reality. So everything that we touch was created at one point in someone's imagination. They visualized that it could be that way. And look, here we are. I think, the Wright boys are a really good example of that. So for 6 seconds they flew, and that 6 seconds changed the face of history. So visualizing the win, the end, the result, the moment, the mission, the statement, all that's really important. But it is equally as important to get off your asses, or in some cases to sit your ass down and start. So wander, begin to take steps, begin to move in the direction that you want to go in, begin to think about the life that you want to live, but also begin to move in that direction, and trust that the universe will open the doors necessary, the steps necessary, even if it's just the next step necessary, for you to continue to wander as you wonder. And it's important because as we work on something and we give ourselves permission to start wandering towards it, we also want to engage all of our faculties. Like, we want to bring in all the help that we can get because it's new and we're not sure and we're changing and it's transition and all kinds of things. So we want to bring in all the possible things that help us. Well, one thing that helps us is movement. Movement counters procrastination. It's pretty straightforward. You can't procrastinate if you're on the move. You can't not feel movement when you begin to move. So if you're putting off a phone call that you need to make, and you keep writing down that you're going to make it, or that you need to make it, or you've rehearsed the script in your head 1,000 times of what you're going to say, but you haven't actually dialed the phone, then you've wandered, but you haven't actually moved on anything. And movement is what produces results. You just cannot get around the fact that if you want something badly enough, you're going to have to move. So feel free to wander. Allow your imagination to run rampant. Make all the plans. Do all the things in your head over and over and over and over and over again. And then move your ass. and then move your ass. Whether that means you go sit down at the desk and you write the thing, you make the phone call, you say what you need to say to the person, you give back the thing that you took, you give the thing that you wanted to give, you make the choice, you decide, act, repeat. That's what I like to say: decide, act, repeat, and then you'll get there one step at a time. Whatever the case may be, wander freely. Allow your mind to become clear and visualize and focus on what you want, and then get off your ass and make something happen. Because even if you make a mistake getting to the thing that you've pictured, you will not be where you were 5 minutes ago, and you'll be a lot closer than you were 5 minutes ago. And even if you made a mistake and you have to start again from that point, you're still a little bit further down the road than you were when you didn't make a decision about anything. Fear of failure should not be the thing that keeps you from moving, because comfort will kill your dreams a whole lot faster than failure will. So, if today you're facing a major decision, a major life decision, whether that be that you are starting a business, ending a business, starting a relationship, ending a relationship, trying to figure out what to do next in your job, trying to figure out if you should go back to school, whatever the case may be, allow yourself to begin to take steps. Chances are you've thought through enough. You've thought about it enough. And if you've thought, and you've done nothing, then what you've decided is that wherever you are is exactly where you intend to stay. And that's fine, provided that's where you want to be. But chances are that's not where you want to be. I really hope the rain stops because I have to get out of the car now. But that's probably not really where you want to be. If you are struggling with what that next step should look like, if you have wandered in your brain but you haven't wandered with your feet or with the pen or picked up the phone, then perhaps it's because fear has blocked you and you need help getting through that. That is where I can come in. I have a process that I work through with people to work through the fear, to allow the fear to become something more useful and more relevant for them, so that it's not blocking them from doing the thing that they really, really want to do. I am just loving this haircut, by the way. All right, everybody, that was it for today. So give yourself permission to think about what you want, and then give yourself a kick in the pants to get moving towards that goal, because you cannot get there from here, and you do need to wander while you are actually wandering. Have a good one. Bye.